49ers sac-hi Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
Next on 49ers sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank, we have thrilling section final football games from all around the Bay Area. We'll see Clayton Valley battle Pittsburgh, Sarah meets Magical Mitty, and Campolindo battle San Ramon Valley.
We get our first look at winter sports with Moreau Catholic and Grant basketball. Girls Hoops features Sequoia and Sacred Heart Prep, and the amazing comeback for this Cardinal Newman football player. It's all right now on 49ers sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. A big playoff show tonight. Let's begin this week with a West Catholic League rematch. Bellarmine meeting St. Ignatius after beating the Wildcats back in September.
This time the teams meet for the CCS Division II title in the game played at San Jose City College Friday night.
Wildcats march onto the field at San Jose City College as St. Ignatius takes on Bellarmine for the CCS D2 championship. Third play of the game, St. Ignatius makes it a big one. Snap is fumbled. Soren Humble recovers and throws a deep pass to Pierre St. Jem, and PSG takes it 71 yards to the house, and the Wildcats go up 7-0. Ensuing drive for Bellarmine. Ben Foff showing off his speed, and the senior bursts through the gap, maintains his balance, and puts the Bells into the red zone after a 61-yard run. Great run there. Then a few plays later, handed to Jake Hansen, who punches it in, and the game is all tied at 7 after 1. Midway in the second, Wildcats driving down the field. The pass deflects off a helmet, and Brandon Broch of the Bells dives to make the interception. Bellarmine takes advantage of the field position as Nate Escalada decides to keep it, and the Bells take a 14-7 lead. But just like that, another big play for the Wildcats. St. Jem gets the short pass, makes a move, runs along the sideline, kicks it into hyperdrive, and see you later. 80-yard house call for the junior as St. Ignatius ties the game at 14 at the half. Jump to the fourth, still tied at 14. Wildcats hand it off, but Bellarmine's Braden Catlin knocks the ball out, and Broch jumps on it, and the Bells are in business. With time winding down, Ben Foff gets the rock, sheds off a tackle, and the Bells take a 21-14 lead with a minute left in the game. One last chance for the Wildcats. The ball's in the air, and listen to this hit. Woo! Philip Miller with the hit stick to break up the pass. And that'll do it. The 5-seeded Bells upset the 4-seed, the top seed, and now the 2nd seed. Bellarmine celebrates its first CCS title since 2015 after some last-minute heroics.
Adrian Soriano here at Rabobank Stadium in Salinas as Menlo takes on Hollister for the CCS D3 title. The Knights on the attack early. Jake Bianchi rolls to the left, fires and hits Court Halsey, who jukes a defender, and Court is gone. 42 yards to the house, 7-0 Menlo after 1. Menlo adds on in the second, give it to Ty Richardson, who scampers in for a 10-yard tutty, and it's 14-0 Knights at the half. Menlo pours it on in the third. Halsey connects with Robbie Enright, who makes the catch and turns on the Jets all the way for the score, 21-0 Knights. Hollister trying to answer back, but the pass is picked off by Robbie Enright. The Knights would later score after the pick, and it's 28-0 Menlo. The Baylors get on the board later in the quarter. Isaiah Molina takes the kickoff from the 10-yard line. Isaiah gets a block, runs toward the far sideline, and Isaiah is gone! 90 yards to the house. PAT no good, and it's 35-6 Menlo Knights after 3. But the Knights were firing on all cylinders. Bianchi drops back and hits Brady Jung, who shows off his speed, racing in for a 30-yard touchdown as Menlo wins the CCS Division III title, the first section title in school history. Jake Bianchi with 3 passing touchdowns for the Knights.
It's time for some hoops. Season opener for the Dons as Aragon hosts Lowell. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. Lowell takes an early lead in the first. Rachel Lynn bringing the ball up court and finds Patricia Walsh for the off-the-glass bucket. 12-3 Cardinals. Aragon answers back with a run of its own. Maya Yu passes to Maya Papas, and the Mayas cut the lead. Lowell still on top, 17-15 after 1. Dons keep the momentum rolling in the second. Papas creates some separation, pump fakes, and gets the jumper to fall as Aragon goes up 5. Cardinals get back on track as Audrey Lee is good from 3. Game all tied at 25 at the half. Lowell starts to pull away as Angelica Bonifacio drives into the lane and gets a layup to go in. Cardinals up 32-25. Then on the next play, Walsh blows by the defender and gets a tough angled shot to go in. Walsh was a walking bucket. Lowell leads 45-32 at the end of 3. Dons try to get back into the game. Leah Nye gets the board and finds her sister Grace Nye, who drains the 3. But the Cardinals never left the foot off the gas. Mackenzie Luck intercepts the pass, brushes off the defender, and the junior drives to the hoop and does it all by herself. The Cardinals fly into Dons country and play spoiler as Walsh leads the way with 18 points.
The Rikus Center brings us the Players of the Week each week.
The Players of the Week announced in a wrap produced by the good folks at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
49ers Cal High, Rikus Center, Bennett Roth. These are your Gary Rikus Players of the Week. Hailing from El Cerrito, it's Tony McAdoo. All his teammates be saying nobody can tackle you. 176 yards, gives truth to that declaration. The senior running backs building quite a reputation as an offensive sensation for the Gauchos. How about those 4 touchdowns? Haters better keep their mouth closed. Can't knock Tony for a performance like this, knocking off Northgate 47-6. There's a whole lot of Smiths, but there's only one Milwaukee. This one's game is cold, like winter in Milwaukee. A junior at the helm for the Sarah Padres, putting in mad work. He ain't having any off days. 1 rushing touchdown and 4 through the air. 16 for 18 in 1/2. Now really, who would dare try to outsmart this quarterback and offensive genius? Getting the 57-21 win over Celine. That's right. 49ers Cal High, Rikus Center, Bennett Roth. Happy Thanksgiving. Your Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
U.S. Bank presents the Coach of the Week each week.
This week's award goes to Santa Teresa head coach Steve Pappin. The Saints with a big semifinal upset win last week to advance to the Division IV title game. Steve Pappin, this week's Coach of the Week. Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes every week.
Here's Dr. Michael Freehill with this week's tip.
It is often thought that stretching is only important before you run or exercise. The truth is we need to stretch before all types of sporting events. When we stretch, we keep our muscles flexible, strong, and healthy. This allows flexibility to maintain an appropriate range of motion in the joints of our body. When we do not stretch, muscles can shorten and become tighter. When we then go to play sports or exercise, the muscles are weaker and may be unable to extend all the way. This can put us at risk for joint pain, muscle strains, or muscle damage. A few recommendations. Try to stretch daily, even if for a couple minutes. Make sure to activate all the muscles by stretching before sports or exercise.
Coming up, our NCS SunPower electric game as Clayton Valley and Pittsburgh battle for the NCS Division I title.
And girls hoops with Sacred Heart Prep hosting Sequoia. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
The Rikus Center's individualized athletic programs, Core and Smart, are designed for participants to accomplish their goals safely, efficiently, and effectively. Through Core and Smart, you can enhance athletic performance, build strength, or improve your overall health. You'll set your goals, work with experienced performance coaches to design your specific workout, and receive support to stay on track and make progress towards your desired results. Got goals? Come to the Rikus Center.
Yeah, let's redo the basement.
Hello, home movie theater.
Spare bedroom.
Why not both? Use the U.S. Bank mobile app to apply for a home improvement loan. It's easy.
Wonderful, Alex.
Hey, that's what U.S. Bank is for. Anything else?
How about a loan for a bigger car? Our family is growing.
Oh.
Yeah, my brother's moving in with his 5 dogs.
Oh.
Heyo!
And we're expecting.
Expecting what?
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
For nearly half a century, DevCon Construction has helped build the dreams of Bay Area schools. DevCon Construction buildings and fields are the foundation for many of our finest schools. The exceptional quality of our finished product is a big reason why we are ranked as the largest builder in Silicon Valley. The quality is what keeps our customers satisfied and wanting to use DevCon for their future projects. DevCon Construction, building our communities from schools to stadiums. Nearly half a century of quality service and a history of success.
49ers Cal-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By SunPower Electric, proud partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California in orthopedics. By Service Champions, High Five Service, Champion Attitude, Service Champions. By Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. And by the Reich Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
Tonight's NCS SunPower Electric game is a heavyweight battle with two of the Bay Area's top teams, Clayton Valley and Pittsburgh.
That's right, two great teams with lots of talent going for the Division I NCS title. It's our NCS SunPower Electric game. Our Jake Vanderbroek was there.
Electric game.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get any better than this. Last year, Christian Aguilar made his first ever start as quarterback in a Pirates uniform and led Pittsburgh to its first section title in 30 years with a victory over Clayton Valley. A few weeks after the championship game, he transferred and is now enrolled at Clayton Valley. So the senior has an opportunity to beat his former team. Jaden Rashada didn't play in last year's D1 title game due to an injury, so look for the Florida commit to make a big statement in this match. This season, the senior has over 2,300 passing yards with 28 touchdowns. Here we go, the NCS D1 title game. It's Pittsburgh and Clayton Valley in our NCS SunPower Electric game.
The Ugly Eagles move the ball down the field as Christian Aguilar connects with Hank Pfeiffer to move the chains, but Clayton Valley settles for 3 points as Will Ochoa splits the 6 from 23 yards out. 3-zip Ugly Eagles. Late in the first quarter, Clayton Valley looks to extend its lead, but the ball is loose. Battle for the ball in Odera Okaka falls on top of the rock. 3-0 Ugly Eagles after 1. Second quarter, Pitt looking to get into a groove on offense as Jaden Rashada fires a dart and Rasheed Williams makes a wonderful catch to move the sticks. Then a few plays later, Elijah Bowe doing some Christmas shopping for this holiday season and gifts the Pirates 6 points with this touchdown run. PAT good, 7-3 Pitt. Clayton Valley dials up the intensity as Joey Murad is there for the sack. Nicely done. Pittsburgh would have to punt. Final seconds before halftime, Pirates look at the tack on a field goal, but Charles Cox III blocks the kick. Huge play there by the senior to keep this a 4-point game at the half. Third quarter, Rashada in the shotgun uncorks his ball to the near sideline. Kai Taylor is there for the grab. Minutes later, Rashada takes a shot to the end zone, and Taylor bobbles the ball but somehow manages to haul in this one-handed catch for 6. Oh, what a play! 13-3 Pirates after 3. To the fourth quarter, Pittsburgh looking to extend its lead, but Charles Cox III leaps in the air and makes a one-handed grab for the INT. Phenomenal play there, but Pittsburgh's defense was unstoppable. Less than a minute left in the game. On fourth down, Ugly Eagles looking to keep the drive alive, but Odera Okaka says game over. Back-to-back NCS D1 titles for Pittsburgh as the Pirates go on to beat the Ugly Eagles 13-3.
We was all pretty emotional after the loss because it was a tough way to lose. But we just had to lock in all week, got in the film room, and just came together as a team, and it showed off.
In Brentwood with the NCS SunPower Electric game, I'm Jake Vanderbroek, 49ers Cal-Hi Sports.
The Sequoia Ravens getting ready to go against the Gators from Sacred Heart Prep. The Gators in front early. Mayoa Udadeko Carroll on the run, dropping it for Kate Barron, and the freshman finishes. Sequoia comes back, toss it into Anaya Hall, and the senior center is tough to stop inside. We're tied early. The Ravens go on top a bit later as Jada Crockett nails a high arcing 3. But the Gators retake the lead. Skylar Schramm to the corner for Sophia Taylor, and that's a Taylor-made 3 and a 6-point Gators lead. The Ravens working to get back in it. Nice pass down low to Hall for 2 and 1. But the Gators extend the lead, and the freshman Kate Barron was a big reason why. Kate the Great with a long 3 there. Time winding down in the third, and Sequoia's Michaela Gee beats the third quarter buzzer. Still an 8-point lead for the Gators. Fourth quarter, Udadeko Carroll from distance hitting the step back 3. But the Ravens cut the lead all the way down to 3. A big play here by Blessing Hafsiba Tamani, who gets the steal that races the length of the court and fights for the bucket. But the Gators get hot from outside. It's Barron with 3 fourth quarter threes, Kate the Great doing a great job as Sacred Heart Prep wins its opener. Barron going off with 26 points for the Gators, including 4 3-pointers. 49-32 the final. Sacred Heart Prep, your winner.
Basketball in the city Wednesday. Terra Nova visiting Sacred Heart Cathedral. Exciting first quarter. R.L. Miller passes down to Zumari Urfe, who pushes it back out to Fed Purnell. He takes a quick dribble and shoots. Nothing but net. Then the Tigers' Anthony Wiersbaugh passes out to Mateo Corona. He swings it to Vinny Smith for the corner 3. Then Jonah Guringer, the top of the key to Fed Purnell, and he fires to R.L. Miller for his own shot beyond the arc. It's good, and Sacred Heart Cathedral leads 20-12 after a quarter. Second quarter, Mikey Kalanico on the run to Fed Purnell to the hoop for the contested shot, and it's in. Then we'll reverse it. Fed Purnell, this time down to Mikey Kalanico, who pops the shot for 3, and the Fightin' Irish lead by 20 at halftime. Second half, Sacred Heart Cathedral adds on. Mikey Kalanico down court to Michael Patton, and he finishes the flashy layup. Terra Nova has some moves to Dylan Uter at the top of the key. Quick sidestep and lets it fly. Then Mason Minnie to Jermaine Camasura and sets the screen for Camasura to launch the 3-ball. But the Irish keep control. Jack Kennedy down low, puts up the shot, and it's good, but Kennedy isn't done. Quick reflexes, gets it back, and lays it in for another 2 points. Sacred Heart Cathedral starts their season with a win. Final score, 74-44.
Service Champion is the champion when it comes to HVAC sales and championship service.
This week's Service Champion Student Spotlight is Nick Nixovich from Sacred Heart Prep. The senior played water polo for the Gators on campus. Nick is the senior class president. His responsibilities are organizing meetings, discuss projects, and planning for the activities for Spirit Week. Thanks to Nick for all your hard work. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner every week.
This celebrates the great work done by Spirit Squads all around the Bay Area. Here's the outstanding cheer squad from St. Francis.
Coming up, Big Time Boys basketball as Moreau Catholic meets Grant.
But first, here's our final Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for volleyball.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Kids these days, they're curious, kind, and resilient. A generation of givers and doers, kids these days are redefining what it means to show their true colors and shine bright. That's why at Clover the Rainbow, we're committed to providing families with nutritious, organic, American Humane certified smoothies. And now, organic lactose-free whole milk and organic DHA omega-3 plus choline milk. Clover the Rainbow, power your brilliance.
From the beginning, West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, West works for me.
Put our premier savings account to work for you, now paying up to 25 times the national average. West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
We are the Apple Bay Cougars, and you're watching 49ers Sac-hi Sports, presented by US Bank.
Bishop O'Dowd High School christened its new sports facility this week with the new gym's first basketball showcase.
Moreau Catholic made it all the way to the NCS Division I semifinal game last year. The Mariners opening the season against Grant at Bishop O'Dowd Friday afternoon.
Adrian Soriano here at the Bishop O'Dowd Thanksgiving Classic as Moreau Catholic takes on Grant. The Mariners showing great ball movement early as the ball finds Joseph Sid, who drills his shot for three. Now it's Kellen Hampton with the drive and the finish. 15-6 Moreau Catholic after one. Grant trying to answer back in the second, but Hampton gets the steal, and watch out as Kellen throws down the sledgehammer. My goodness. Then it's Jesse Ibarra kicking it out to Labrie Goody Lee, and Labrie connects from three-point land. The Pacers looking to rally back. Darnell Hunter going to the rack for two. 34-15 Mariners at the half. Grant still on the rally train in the second half. Isaiah Montu fires and hits from the corner. Now it's Montu passing it ahead to Andre Gomez, who gets his lay-in to go, but Kellen Hampton would take over. Kellen driving and throwing it down again with authority. Then just a few moments later, Sid passes to Hampton, and watch out as Kellen slams it home for the third time in this game. Somebody get this man to a dunk contest. Kellen also showing off his range as he takes the pass from Robert Morgan and makes it splash from downtown as Moreau Catholic wins it 69-43. Kellen Hampton leading the way with 28 points.
The Berkeley Yellow Jackets head to Oakland, the Battle Skyline. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. First quarter, Yellow Jackets moving the ball around. Willard Polishuk drives to the cup and lays it in for 2 points. Back come the Titans in transition. No swinging here by Alex Rodriguez as number 3 pulls up for 3 and knocks it down. One of his 5 triples in the ball game. Final seconds of the first, Samir O'Brien draws some space, gets the shot off, and buries the trifecta as time expires. 19-12 Berkeley after 1. Yellow Jackets looking to pull away in the second frame. O'Brien fires a pass to Kavi Jeevan in the corner. Splash! Then moments later, O'Brien works inside and nails the elbow jumper. 26 points for the junior. 34-23 Yellow Jackets at the half. Second half now, Berkeley turning defense in the offense. This is all Will Polishuk. Steal, bucket, plus the foul. 10 points for the 6'5" junior. Titans showing no quit. Elijah Alexander working around the defender and gets the friendly roll for 2 of his 14 points. But it was all Berkeley in this one. O'Brien with a gorgeous dime to Jamari Weidman, who lays it up and in. Berkeley cruises past Skyline, winning 69-45.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Jake Vanderbrook joins us now with the amazing comeback for one Cardinal Newman football player.
Robert, amazing is an understatement. 18 months ago, no one ever thought Eric McDonald would ever step onto the football field. But now, this young man is taking the next step.
Finish on me, finish on 3, 1, 2, 3. Finish!
Afternoon football practice at Cardinal Newman High School. For Eric McDonald, being here, playing the game means everything.
Yeah, I just love it. It's really fun, you know. I get to have a good time while putting in effort. It's not something that I play just to play. It's something that I really want to enjoy.
Eric is a freshman on the Cardinal Newman JV football team. He works very hard, making the most of his opportunities on every snap. But being here on the field is the most improbable after what happened in May of 2021.
I'm on a mountain bike and I hear a loud hole of a truck. So I turn around and I just see a big white Ram Rebel come straight at me. So I jumped off my bike and apparently the car, obviously it hit me. And I landed in blackberry bushes and I was knocked out.
My wife was the one that witnessed the accident, and she rushed down there and she didn't know that our son was struck. And then she went down there to see that the truck that had just hit a tree.
Eric is one of 2 people who were struck by a drunk driver. The other victim didn't make it. The drunk driver was convicted and sentenced to 8 years in prison. Eric suffered from multiple injuries, a concussion, fractured pelvis, broken wrist, and the eventual amputation of his left leg.
A few days after, I woke up in the hospital and I didn't know what happened. I was just sitting in my bed, just kind of looked around. I was in a little childish room and they had blankets all over me. I had IVs all over me.
So you're working on squeezing your butt muscle to lift.
Eric spent 6 agonizing weeks at Benioff Children's Hospital in Oakland. A staggering, life-changing time for Eric and the McDonald family.
It was pretty emotional for the whole family. It changed our whole family dynamic and the way we look at things and, just how you value life.
Eric underwent 13 different surgeries on his left leg. The leg was eventually removed just below the knee.
There was a lot of them. My leg had an infection, so I had to keep going in and taking pieces off to find, a live skin and stuff.
Yep. Good hands. Wonderful.
Eric is beginning a new chapter. This determined 14-year-old now walks with a prosthetic leg. A painful adjustment at first, but it's giving Eric a chance to return to the game he loves.
It hurt a lot. Leg was not used to anything. It would look like I was walking over a hump.
On October 28th, nearly 18 months after the horrific accident, after long days of rehab, Eric was cleared to play his first actual football game with his Cardinal Newman JV squad.
Through the day, I just had my AirPods in. I was just locking in, just getting my mindset ready, like I'm gonna play today.
The clock continues to wind down before kickoff. Eric is gearing up for his first football game and is locked in, focusing on the task at hand.
Just kept God in the back of my mind. I'm like, God's gonna help me today. If I don't get a touchdown, if I don't get that much plays, at least I get to play. Because not many people get to play football with a prosthetic leg.
We were extremely excited, my wife and I, just in the stands and then the others, and just seeing him come out to play. It's not wanting to slow him down or stop him.
Let's have some fun.
After the coin toss, Eric runs back to the sidelines, anxiously waiting for his moment for live action. And during the first half, Eric takes the field for special teams. A good feeling to be back playing the game he loves.
It was okay. Haven't been on special teams in a while, so a little confused. But
just before halftime, Eric enters the game on offense. The play is designed to go his way, and Eric makes the catch. A culmination of 18 months of determination to get back on the field.
Eric McDonald with his first catch.
I meant everything, just to have my parents out there, my friends' parents out there, they're all cheering me on. It meant everything. Like, if I didn't have them, I don't know what I would do.
Eric's message is simple. Never give up. With this tragic event behind him, this phenomenal student athlete is now taking the next step. Unbelievable story, just so inspiring. His family and the community who supports Eric along the way, this is something to be thankful for.
Yep, absolutely, and such a positive young man, and just goes about his business like nothing happened, but what he accomplished in 18 months is fantastic.
Absolutely.
AmeriWest Credit Union honors teachers every week with the AmeriWest Merit Award.
Here's Javian Thomas talking about his favorite teacher, Dr. LaPalette Taylor.
My favorite teacher is Dr. Taylor. She's my AP English teacher. She helps me a lot. She helps me become more mature. She helps me in the classroom, writing, reading. She's helped me all around.
Coming up, our Mattress Firm Perfect Match with Campolindo and San Ramon Valley.
And later, El Cerrito meets Windsor for the NCS Division III title. This is 49ers Cal-Hi Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Everyone can learn. Sometimes it's the teacher who makes all the difference. At Math Enrichment, we use only top-rated credentialed teachers. Our fully accredited WASC schools allow you to move up to advanced classes in high school and get high school credit. Math Enrichment has fun, recreational activities helping to make your math experience a joy. You can learn even advanced math, and we can help make it happen. Sign up at mathenrichment.net or at one of our many Bay Area locations. Use the Cal-Hi promo code for the best possible price.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes, when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. We're now offering a $58 2-for-1 special. you'll get a comprehensive AC tune-up and a free furnace safety inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Tim never leaves his wife's side. But since junk sleep gave him a crick in his neck,
who's there?
He can't turn his head to see her. Now he's convinced she's left him.
Michelle?
Only our Love Your Mattress guarantee gets you the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it.
You came back.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm.
49ers Cal-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By Sharks Eyes, the official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda. By Mary West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. By DevCon, build, perform, design, sustain. And by Math Enrichment, learn, achieve, have fun.
Each week, Mattress Firm helps us find a great match on the field or court, just like they try and find a great match for you and a mattress. This week, it's the NCS D2 title game with San Ramon Valley and Campo Lindo.
Two teams with great traditions meeting in this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match. The game played at Dublin High School on Friday night.
Ivan Garcia here in Dublin for the NCS D2 championship game as Campo takes on San Ramon Valley. On the Wolves' first drive of the game, Luke Baker connects with Zach Dodson, and the 6'2" tight end muscles his way into the end zone, 7-0 SRV. Cougars answer on the ensuing drive. Lucas Concepcion gets the handoff and scampers in for the short yard touchdown. Wolves looking to add to the lead, but the Cougars' defense comes up huge. Concepcion snags the ball out of the air for the interception, and the senior avoids some tackles and is brought down just short of the end zone. A few plays later, the Shield Weaver sneaks it in, and the Cougars lead 14-7 at the end of one. Midway through the second, John Powell Mendoza gets the rock and runs right up the middle and is eventually taken down, but not after a 22-yard gain. Later in the drive, Mendoza gets into the end zone and the game is tied at 14. Less than a minute left in the half, Baker finds Caleb Padrid in stride and CP8 goes 42 yards to put the Wolves in the red zone. Then there's 30 seconds left. Baker has to scramble in the pocket and finds his man Padrid, and he scores right before the half to make it 21-14 Wolves. Cougars driving down the field to open the half. Wolves pressure the quarterback, and Padrid picks the ball off. He finds an open lane, and he is G-O-N-E gone. Padrid scores a pick six less than 2 minutes after catching a touchdown pass and gives SRV a 28-14 lead. Cougars looking to answer back. Weaver finds his favorite target, Robbie Mascaroni, who makes a spectacular catch while being held and puts Campo at the 2-yard line. Another QB sneak for Weaver, and Campo is within 7. But the Wolves kept the foot on the gas. Big time Baker throws to Dodson, who makes a nice back shoulder catch, and SRV goes up 35-21 after 3. Campo driving in the fourth. The pass gets broken up by our NCS Defensive Player of the Year, Marco Jones, who lays the hit stick. Cougs facing a 3rd and 16. Weaver scrambles to the left, throws across his body, and finds Scott Lyon for the 17-yard gain and the first down. A few plays later, Campo looking to score. The pass is tipped, and there to make the diving interception is Sean Williams, and that will ice the game. The Wolves run onto the field and celebrate San Ramon Valley's first NCS title since 2018. Padrid's pick six changed the pace of the game. The senior talks about how important this win was after the game.
I'm just so excited that we were able to come in here and get the job done. You know, last year I still had that bitter taste in my mouth from losing to these guys in the semi, but to be able to come back and come together, to be able to come back and rally, get a stop, and ultimately win the game, it's huge. It means everything.
Jack Johnson in Piedmont Hills for Girls Hoops, as it's the Chargers and the Pirates in early season action. Early on, it was a ball movement clinic for the Chargers. Skip pass to extra pass, and that's cash for Kaylee Kane. It's a 15-5 start for Leland. Court vision rating 99 for Christiana De Los Santos as she gets a cutting. Heaven Aguilar for 2 as Piedmont chops into the Charger lead. Still first quarter, Taya Scott wins the loose ball right on the logo. Alert pass to Aaron Farnese. One more up ahead to Annika Pye, and that's quality team basketball. Leland by 13. Last seconds of the first now. Here's Pye as a distributor. Long pass up to Kane. It then goes in to go Shoes for two more. 26-11 Leland after one. Second quarter, and the Pirates trying to shoot their way back into it. Christine Nguyen for three splash. Piedmont Hills gets a little closer. But here's Kane, deep in her bag like the fries at the bottom. Another three makes it 36-18 in the second. Game will get plenty more as the night would go on. Second half, Piedmont Hills finds the bottom of the net again with Nguyen dropping in another three. But the night belonged to Taya Scott and the Leland Chargers. Scott, the leading scorer, showing off her defensive skills. Quick outlet to Lauren Law, and the Leland Chargers have two players in double figures in a dominant win over Piedmont Hills.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, celebrating young people who donate their time to do good work in their communities.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Roxana Porfarzani from Alameda High School. Over the summer, Roxana became co-lead of Superposition Alameda. The goal of Superposition Alameda is to close the gender gap in STEM. STEM, of course, standing for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Roxana helped make 450 STEM kits for the students at Ruby Bridges Elementary School. Here's what motivates Roxana in her volunteer work.
When I was in middle school, a lot of the girls that we were around, they didn't like science, they didn't see like a point of it, and I think it's in part of just the general like stigma around it. So my biggest goal is to at least get a few girls to feel really like passionate about the science and STEM field.
Each week, Gallo Salami helps us catch up with athletes being recruited by top colleges.
This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Courtney Anderson Jr. from Dublin. Courtney is committed to play college basketball at the University of Colorado.
Coming up, it's the NCS Division III final game with El Cerrito and Windsor.
And Palo Alto takes on Monterey for the CCS Division V title. You're watching 49ers Cal-I Sports, presented by U.S. Bank. We are back at Levi Stadium with the NCS Division III final game, with the two top seeds making it to the final game. Top seeded El Cerrito with a big win last week in the semifinals.
Yeah, El Cerrito very impressive, but Windsor squeaked by an American Canyon team with a 1-point win. The two teams meeting for the NCS title Friday night.
Is the NCS Division III championship between the top two seeds, 2 Windsor and number 1 El Cerrito. Gauchos undefeated this year, and they start strong tonight. Michael Van Hook unloads downfield to Warren Smith. He picks up 29 yards on the reception. The Gauchos get it to the red zone, and Tony McAdoo punches it in. Windsor responds a little over a minute into the second quarter. Judson Anderson takes it in himself to get the Jaguars on the board. El Cerrito scores another touchdown to extend its lead. Then, with about 5 minutes left in the half, Andrew Nichols snags a huge interception. He runs it all the way back to the 7-yard line, and the Gauchos finish it off with a Michael Van Hook touchdown. El Cerrito scores again to make it 27-6 at halftime, and then Tony McAdoo gets the Gauchos going again in the third quarter. The speedster breaks through, then cuts back across the field, sprints away from the defense, and tears downfield to score the 46-yard touchdown, McAdoo's third TD of the night. Now it's Windsor's turn. They score in the third, and then in the fourth, Judson Anderson launches right in the arms of Hayden Anderson, who darts in. Then with 2 minutes left in the game, Judson Anderson finds Max McFerrin in the end zone, and just like that, the Jaguars trail by just 7. They need an onside kick, and they get it. The Jaguars in striking distance, and the pass is up. The make-or-break moment, and the Gauchos' Kamani Jackson makes it. Gets the interception, and that will do it. The El Cerrito Gauchos stay perfect and win the NCS D3 championship 34-27.
Jack Johnson at Sequoia High School as Monterey meets Palo Alto for the CCS D5 title. Here's where we get started late in the first quarter. Jack Newman was the leading man tonight, and he's got reservations for 6. The Vikings of Palo Alto light the scoreboard first and lead 7-0. Later in the first half, it's 7-3 now until this play. Preston White uncorks a pass to Kai Vaughn, and Vaughn is gone. Charging down the sideline to the crib, and the Doors take a 10-7 lead into the break. Second half action, and here is White again. A deep pass down the far sideline, and Levi Elmore hauls it in, weaves through the defense, hits us with the signature Selly, and it's Monterey by 10, 17-7. Still third quarter, it's 17-14 now. Here's the play of the game. Declan Packer is under pressure and is sacked to the end zone, right? No, the referee says he's down at the 1-yard line. So the Vikings moved the ball from their own 1 into the red zone, and here's Newman again! Into the crowd and out of it unscathed. Number 2 makes the most of their second chance, and Palo Alto leads 21-17. Now it's the Vikings by 10 the fourth quarter, but Monterey not done yet. White throws to Elmore for a short gain, but wait, a thunderous stiff arm. Don't tug on Superman's cape when he's working like this. Doors cut it to 27-24. Now late fourth quarter, Doors out of timeouts, but it's 3rd and long. And there was nowhere else the ball should have gone. Newman gets the first down by less than a yard. And that is how Palo Alto wins the Division 5 title as the team raises the hardware, and they will advance to NorCal's next week.
Math Enrichment is the Bay Area leader in quality tutoring to help you become a scholar athlete.
So, Math Enrichment brings us the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Derek Thompson from De La Salle. Derek is a terrific lineman for the Spartans. Derek is also great in the classroom with a 3.75 GPA.
Albany's Construction is back with us again this year, presenting the Dirty Work play.
This is a play showing the type of grit and determination shown by all the workers at Albany's Construction. This week's Dirty Work play goes to Stephen Anaya from Mitty. Stephen recovering the onside kick to fuel the Monarchs' big comeback against St. Francis last week. Stephen Anaya doing the dirty work, just like our friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up, our CCS SunPower electric game as Santa Teresa battles Branham in the CCS Division 4 final game.
And Oakland Tech takes on Sequoia as 49ers Cal-Hi Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, rolls along.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain. Hi, ladies. Alex from U.S. Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system that can track inventory, manage schedules, and customize orders? That's what U.S. Bank Business Essentials is for. What about a new oven? Can U.S. Bank help us there? We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes. That would be a big help. Huge. Jumbo. Ginormous. Woo!
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. We'll get there together.
The Rikers Center's Community Service Program in Menlo Park provides a unique opportunity for you to gain valuable leadership and life skills while working in a diverse and exciting environment. Whether you're looking to complete school service hours, gain relevant experience for a job or college, or immerse yourself in all the Rikers Center has to offer, our Community Service Program gives you the opportunity to engage your community, make meaningful human connections, and learn new skills in athletic fitness, creative arts, and nature awareness. Got goals? Come to the Rikers Center.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
South Bay rivals Branham and Santa Teresa meeting this week for the CCS Division 4 title. The two teams part of the Blossom Valley League.
Santa Teresa is in the Mount Hamilton A League, while Branham won the B League title in the Santa Teresa League at 5-0. The D4 title game on the line in our CCS SunPower electric game, and I was there.
Electric game.
Afternoon football here today to decide the Division 4 CCS title. The number 4 seed is the Santa Teresa Saints, the underdog in the game. Look for Bear Race to carry the bulk of the load at the running back spot for the Saints. For Branham, they've got a guy named Will Augenstein, and Will has had a fantastic year with over 2,000 yards rushing and 2,000 yards passing, over 4,000 total yards offense for Will. It's the Saints and Bruins this afternoon, a South San Jose battle for the CCS title in this week's CCS SunPower electric game. Low-scoring first half, the Saints driving here as Jaden Aravalo keeps it, and a nice run for a Saints first down, but the drive stalls, and the Saints defense goes to work as senior linebacker Jeffrey Kerr gets the sack here. The Saints get the ball back as Aravalo fires a rocket to Noah Gardier, a 38-yard touchdown and a 7-0 Saints lead at the half. Third quarter, Branham with a nice drive capped off by this Mateo Poso touchdown run, and we're tied at 7-all. Still in the third, Aravalo looking to throw, deciding to run it, and Jaden races all the way down to the 10-yard line, a 30-yard scamper. Then Aravalo looking again. Looks like he's going to run again, but not this time. Wide open in the end zone is Kerr, and Jeff makes the catch, and it's 13-7 Saints. More Santa Teresa handed to Bear Reyes, and Bear takes it outside, follows his block, and gets the first down. And that leads to a Casey Carr 32-yard field goal, and the Saints have a 16-7 lead. Back comes Branham. Augenstein completing a long drive with this 4-yard run. 2-point conversion good. The Saints lead is now 16-15, but the Saints answer right back. Bear Reyes looking like he's tackled for a loss, but somehow breaks free, then breaks free again. And Bear races all the way to the 10-yard line. 47 yards for the senior. The Saints score on a short run to make it 23-7. The Santa Teresa defense finishing it off. Mark Carlson gets the sack, and Santa Teresa wins its first ever CCS title. That's 49 years. Jaden Aravallo likes the sound of that.
First time in history. It feels amazing to get it done. Being the first ones. Can't wait to tell my kids, my grandkids, everything. We were the first people to do this in this school. It means everything. I can't even put it in words.
Adrian Soriano here in Redwood City as Oakland Tech takes on Sequoia. Great ball movement from the Bulldogs early as the ball finds Asher Kramer, and Asher shoots and scores from deep. Oakland Tech also playing great defense early as Donovan Malone gets the steal, then passes it ahead to Malik Smith, who lays it up and in. Now it's Ardarius Gates with the steal and the pass to Cairo Hart, and Cairo lays it in for two, 26-2 Oakland Tech after one. Sequoia trying to battle back in the second. The first shot is off, but Adam Trinkline gets the offensive glass and puts back the putback. Then it's Logan Mathias with the spin move and the lay-in, but Donovan Malone gets his lay-in on the other end as Oakland Tech takes a 43-21 lead at the half. The Bulldogs continue to fire on all cylinders in the second half. Malone dishing to Malik Smith, who fires and hits from downtown. Now it's Cairo Hart over to Devin Haynes, who makes it splash all the way from Burlingame as Oakland Tech wins its first game of the season. Malone and Kramer leading the charge for the victorious Bulldogs.
The Valley Christian ice hockey team is having a fantastic season this year.
The team talking about their season with our Jake Vanderbrook this week at the Rikus Center.
And we are here at the Rikus Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the ice hockey team from Valley Christian High School. Make some noise! Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. All right, we're going to start off with Logan DeFreitas. So just talk about the expectations for this program.
Do your best. Win your games, win your battles, back check, work hard, all those good things.
Yes, and I'm going to make my way over to Andrew Hall. So, Andrew, you've been on this Valley Christian hockey team for 3 years. So what does Bob Rowett mean to you as your head coach?
I mean, he's been here longer than I have. He's been here for a long time, keeps the Valley hockey program running, keeps the players motivated, so just an overall great guy, keeps the team moving.
And finally, I'm going to make my way over to Max Homchenko, the goalie for this Valley Christian ice hockey team. So, Max, you are a senior on this program. What are you going to miss the most for playing with this team?
Probably just the competitiveness and spontaneity of the high school league and how just one team can beat any other team if they put the effort in and work hard.
Yes, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Now take us out with a cheer.
Coming up, it's the West Catholic League Showdown as Mitty takes on Sarah in the CCS Division I title.
But first, here is this week's Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for football.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium and back to the CCS football playoffs and the top division title game with Sarah and Mitty. The Padres rolling through the playoffs so far, scoring 57 points in both of its games.
57 points each game.
Each game.
That's a lot of points. Just the opposite for Mitty, the Monarchs pulling out dramatic wins in 2 overtime contests. West Catholic League rivals Mitty and Sarah playing for the CCS Division I title Friday night. The Sarah Padres with their traditional haka heading into this CCS title game. The Monarchs sending a message early as Malachi Marshall and Michael Forney team up for the sack. But the Padres get it going later in the first. Joseph Latu running over people on his way to a big gain, leading to a Sarah score, 7-0 Padres. But the Mitty D standing tall again as Zach Solomon just runs into the quarterback before getting the sack. The Monarchs back on offense as Wills Towers fires over the middle into the end zone to Danny Scudero, who had a nice game for Mitty. We're tied at 7-all. Mitty looking for more, but this time the Sarah D comes up big as Jabari Mann gets the sack and then toss it back to Danny New. And Danny takes us on a thrill ride as he's breaking tackles, breaking into the open and then speeding 62 yards for the touchdown. A huge play there for the Padres, and it's a 13-7 Sarah lead. The Padres on the doorstep once again, and again it's Latu, this time waltzing in, and Sarah leads it 20-7 still in the third. The Monarchs fighting back, Towers tossing over the middle to Marley Alapati, and the junior is loose. Mitty scores a short time later, and it's a 20-14 Sarah lead, but the Padres roll from there. Green around the far corner as the Padres will win the CCS Division I title with 321 yards on the ground. The Padres get a week off before facing St. John Bosco for the Open Division title in 2 weeks. The Harker Schools help us honor the people who mentor the high school stars we feature each week.
Here's Toa Fa'ave from De La Salle talking about his family.
I would give credit to my father, but mostly the family. Family's all you have at the end of the day, and they definitely helped me through the process of going to De La Salle, and they always got my back.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Food drives at the lower, middle, and upper schools were held just before Thanksgiving break, collecting thousands of food items for family in need. The upper school's Key Club delivered goods at West Valley Community Services. The middle school students sent hundreds of items to Sacred Heart Community Service, and lower school students loaded a truck bound for St. Justin's Community Ministry. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week we show you the Be Happy play.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the San Ramon Valley Wolves, winners of the NCS Division II title, and the guys were pretty happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com. Coming up, it's a Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets the honor next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rika Center.
My name is Jack Harrell. I play quarterback at Hamilton College in upstate New York, and I want to give the Rika Center a huge shout out for building community and helping me become a stronger, faster, more physical athlete. And I am very excited to announce Cal High Sports Training Tip of the Week.
I'm Andrew Havili. This week's training tip is a retrograde treadmill. This is great for ACL prevention, knee stability, all that stuff. Cole's going to step on, start backpedaling. It's going to be slow incline. You can do this on any treadmill. All you're looking for is the tracking of the knee, the foot, and the hip. Make sure nothing twists or turns in.
Service by Medallion brings us the play of the week every week.
We'll show you some contenders and then name the play we thought was the best of the best.
Play of the week.
We start off with Kellen Hampton from Royal Catholic with this two-handed slam jam. Here's Pittsburgh's Kai Taylor with a circus catch for the touchdown. But the play of the week goes to Charles Cox III from Clayton Valley with this one-handed interception. Charles Cox III, you just won the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. 49ers Sac-hi Sports is up next. We'll have highlights from all 7 of the section final football games. We'll see you